talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
And how about this defense? Not getting frustrated. They've given up a bunch of yards. You're down in your scoring area, but nice job bowing your neck on third down, forcing the fourth down, not getting frustrated. Good job focusing by this defense.
Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on 4th and short.
Music now! Music now! 22, water! 2, 3!
He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown LSU! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He's forced out of bounds at his own 19-yard line. An excellent job of coverage on that one. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Wilson to pass. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He'll do it himself on the draw. Can't get him to the ground. Oh, and runs through another guy. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
The Tigers just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to fire. This time it's complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Making side adjustments here. They'll throw on third and short. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. Couldn't find anywhere to throw the football, just got rid of it, and that's the number one thing. Avoid disaster here. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Looking to convert, LSU comes to the line on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance on fourth down. They're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
The give to the left. Find some fresh air. There he goes. He's up to 86 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for room. It's Conway. At midfield, he's got room. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Nebraska. He got a step and just dusted the field. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Under fire. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. On the move to the right, looking for a big one.
I know this offense has gone for it a couple times early in this game on 4th down, guys, but with this field position, I'd be surprised if they decided not to punt the football away here. You're just too backed up. You can't risk not getting it and just gifting your opponent great field position.
Returner goes out of bounds.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Turning it on! And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space.
There he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Worthy. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Direct snap. It's Johnson. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Snagged out of the air. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. One more snap coming before halftime. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Kept it, he's past the marker. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Huskers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession.
Breaks into the open. That defense got gas, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this four vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Wide receiver going in motion. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Unleashes one deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
I love the defensive mentality coming out here early in the third quarter. They've got the lead. They know the offense is going to be aggressive and start taking shots. A really nice play call that time, and an even better job in the back end in the secondary being ready for it. It just feels, guys, in this game like the defense is staying one step ahead.
Quarterback making checks. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced a loss.
And this defense is smelling blood right now. Like, they know they got him right where they want him. Got him in a third down and long. They got to lead by 3 possessions. Everything is going their way. This offense is in trouble.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He turns that loose down the right side. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Huskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. Open space at the 25. He's loose on the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Huskers.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Virginia is ahead right now in Charlottesville, but that's not exactly Sean Moore out there dominating this one. We are a long way from being over. They're up by 5 over Louisiana. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, Nick.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great, but they got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
He might want another play. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Gonna let it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've been dominated. Now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Trying to make magic with his feet. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. They're looking for an advantage to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Trying to impose their will with the run. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. Has to get there to move the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Back to the ground game on the left. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. He wants to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
7 yards on the play. 2nd down coming up.
We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of...